The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of Botenkeuze.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve from Botenkeuze.com, and this is the all-new Bayliner 245. We're going to give you a first look as we put it through a complete test.
The Bayliner 245 has a length overall of 24 feet 1 inch, a beam of 8 feet 5 inches, and her draft is only 2 feet 9 inches. We tested her with the standard 220 horsepower engine, full fuel, and 3 persons, so this should deliver some real-world numbers. We found the 245 to have a top speed of 37.6 miles per hour, and with the throttle pulled back to a more economical 3,500 RPMs, she showed a best cruise speed of 26.1 miles per hour, while burning only 9.9 gallons per hour. We also found the 245 to have a 5.5 second time to plane and a 14.4 second time to reach 30 miles per hour.
I found the Bayliner 245 to be a pretty good handling boat. Took the waves nicely, it tracks well. It doesn't have the performance that you're going to find for a sport boat, but that's not what kind of boat this is. It's a weekender. It's something you're going to take to the islands or take out for the day, spend the night on, go camping, things like that. And it's a protected water boat, but for what it is built for, it's perfectly well suited. When you put the 245 over into a hard turn, it really kind of digs in and loses a lot of its speed, and there's an awful lot of cavitation if you really crank it over. So you're not going to get those high performance turns that you may get in a sport boat, but again, use the boat for what it is. It's a weekender. It's not made for those hard maneuvers. The helm is no muss and no fuss, but you do have full instrumentation. I'd like to see a depth gauge go in here. It's an option on this boat, and I think it's one that every boat should have. GPS/cup holder in a convenient space, and you've got steps leading to the walk-through windshield. And because of the Bayliner 245's small size, I also think it would be an ideal boat to take exploring up and down places like the Intracoastal Waterway, long rivers. Go check out some of the waterfront real estate and then spend the night somewhere. It's a great boat to handle. It's a great boat behind the helm. Nice room on the observer side. The seat flips back so you can watch the action off the back of the boat. Cabin space for eating, sleeping. There's also an aft berth. It really is a nice boat. The swim ladder is tucked underneath the swim platform, right in line with the cockpit door so that the operator can see people coming in and out of the boat. Convenient grab rails for boarding, and the walk-through latches from the inside. There are convenient steps on either side of the cockpit for boarding out the sides if you don't want to be boarding through the cockpit door and the swim platform. There's transom storage, and it's covered with just a snap-in cover. It's a very simple situation, and it's not going to break either. Now, it's a very roomy cockpit and very comfortable, but I would like to see a pedestal table right here. There's not an option for one on the boat yet. The engine hatch, easy enough to get into. Latches on both sides. I'd like to see it open a little bit further. It's a kind of a cramped entry, but it is accessible. Once inside the engine compartment, you have easy access all the way around the 220 horsepower Merc 5-liter. Notice over on the port side, there's a hot water heater, which is an option on this boat, as is the air conditioning that is also installed on this test boat. The cockpit's nice and clean and uncluttered, full instrumentation. I'd like to see a depth gauge. That's always going to be an option and one I think everybody should have. There's plenty of open real estate for a small moving map display, flat area just to lay stuff. Rocker switches to both sides, waterproof. Your trim tabs are on the starboard side, wiper and your lights. To the port side, your horn, bilge pumps, blower, and accessory switches. No tilt steering wheel, and below are your circuit breakers. I very much like that there's 2-position footrests, and I also like the steps going up to the walk-through windshield. That turned out to be a very comfortable place just to rest my foot and put my arm on. Underneath the helm seat, plenty of storage, your battery switch, and the fuses for your DC systems. Great seat to face aft and watch the action, or to swing around, talk with the captain. And it's also got a flip back so you can take another comfortable seat and watch the action off the back of the boat. Once in the bow area, non-skid everywhere, a simple 7-inch step down to the working section of the bow, which will naturally bring the bow rails higher up on your body. At this point, they're 32 inches high. You know, I also think because of the Bayliner 245 small size, it's a great boat to use to go up exploring the Intracoastal Waterway, some remote rivers, go check out some of the waterfront property, and then at the end of the day, drop the hook and spend the night and enjoy your own waterfront property. Up forward, comfortable V seating that of course can be converted into a berth. To the port side, Kenyon alcohol stove with drop-down pot holders, single basin stainless steel sink. Down below, a Norcold dual voltage refrigerator. The mid berth measures 6 feet 6 inches by 4 feet 5 inches. The starboard is the head.
That's our look at the all-new Bayliner 245. For Botenkeuze.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.